Bella then runs home, and her dad protests that Edward is too old for her while cleaning his shotgun and drinking beer. Who does that?
Chief Sloan. The chief of police in Forks.
Edward
heroin
comes
and lying
in
to your parents is the status quo.
Yeah, apparently. That's all this movie is teaching your kids, actually.
Truthful.
Edward, for the first time officially, meets Bella's father and asks her father's permission to take Bella to baseball. Yet they've already spent a lot of time together in her room. But as Bella said before, she likes Charlie because he doesn't hover.
So she pretty much
Perhaps he should a little more. Right?
Well, perhaps he should hover a frying pan over her stupid little head, bash her in, and lock her in a room because obviously she can't manage to tell the truth to her parents. This is a real movie, huh?
Yeah. The baseball scene is almost laughable, though. Like, that's one of my big problems with the movie is Bella plays the umpire, which she makes almost no calls in the game. The Colons play in a field up in the mountain. During thunder and lightning, since they're also superhuman strong, the crack of the bat is way too loud, so people think it's thunder, instead of it actually being them playing baseball.
Another instance of them being just too sexy for the lightning.
Very lame scene. Following this, the renegade vampires show up, and James is introduced along with Muran, the Jamaican vampire.
Muran. The Jamaican vampire, who seems completely out of place, and I find it very almost disrespectful stereotype of...
You're a token black person in the movie.
You're a token black person, but not even token. Here's our exotic Jamaican black person. You've won him in a contest.
Dreads and all.
And all. Yeah, really. And this fake accent, you don't know where it's from or how to place it. He has really no association with these other two nomadic vampires. They're a couple. He's a weird black vampire. Doesn't have a mate. Way to go, Hollywood.
We're also introduced at this time to James, tracker for the Renegade Clan, and Victoria, a redheaded weirdo. I don't really know what her part in this movie doesn't really make sense.
No.
I don't think she should have actually appeared in this movie.
But then they wouldn't have been able to make her the kind of backwards antagonist in the next movie, or kind of faraway antagonist in New Moon, and the main antagonist in Eclipse, which we'll get on to much later.
Yeah, I think it would have been better having introduced her in the beginning of the second movie.
Or make me feel a little bit more for her. Apparently, I mean, later on in the story, and we can kind of sideline all this other stuff, all the details, but, James takes a liking for Bella, leads her away, kidnaps her, and...
Where she almost dies for the third time in the movie.
For the third time. And gets seriously
That didn't take
hurt.
either.
No.
Dang it.
You just can't kill this girl.
The Cullens then work together and protect Bella and drive James away from her scent, taking her down to Phoenix in almost no time. No time. In a car, by the way.
We're not joking here. We're not missing parts. This is really what happened. This is how fast it went.
Way too fast-paced
It's very choppy.
That much travel.
Very choppy. So much was unexplained and just supposed to be taken for granted.
Bella is then coaxed into her childhood ballet studio, where she hears the voice of her mom, which is on tape. Doesn't even sound really real in the movie, yet she thinks it's really her.
Because she's an idiot.
Yeah. Another problem with the characters in this movie.
They're just too easy to do whatever the story needs them to do. Mm-hmm. And that's a perfect example in Twilight, is that everything is that way. All the characters do exactly what the story needs.
Mm-hmm. James then throws her around like a rag doll. He talks to her, breaks her leg, and then... all while filming this as a message for Edward.
Well,
Weird.
If James can get her to Phoenix, Arizona that fast, why the hell can't Edward get there that fast?
And why can't he kill her faster?
And he's counting. He's counting on the fact. He's like, "Oh, I'm going to tell you my devious plan first, giving the hero time to come and save you," and then he comes and saves her. And it's just complete. I've never felt like there was a real threat there of anything happened to Bella, other than in case she got bit, and then they killed James. And that's
very odd.
To be why Victoria's in this, is to be mad.
Yeah. Well, see, shortly following that, in the very next scene, Bella wakes up in the hospital, and her mom is over her telling her her story about how she fell down 2 flights of stairs and
making up more lies to the parents to hide the dangerous lifestyle. And everybody believes this because
totally
Bella's
plausible.
one flaw, her one thing that she can't accomplish is balance, and she's supposed to be clumsy. Why? Because we're told she's clumsy. Not because we actually ever see any accident.
Cut to the next scene, straight from Phoenix back to Forks, where she shows up for prom in her prom dress.
Even though after saying many times that she hates prom, doesn't do dancing, doesn't want to do it.
Didn't buy a dress during the movie.
Didn't want to
Where did that
go.
come from?
Wanted to get out of town for that very specific dance. It's often mentioned throughout the beginning part of the book, and yet Edward decides, no, Bella, fuck you. You don't know what you want. You're going to the prom.
Odd. Doesn't make sense.
So she just blindly does whatever she says because, that's really what a woman's place is.
At this point, Jacob also tells her that they'll be watching her.
Leading to an open-ended part for the sequel.
Mm-hmm.
This was trash.
Now, my favorite part was at the very, very end when Bella says that she wants wants Edward to suck her blood and make her one of his kind, even baring her neck for him. Yet he just kisses it softly.
Okay, well, we've been taught
Gag me with the spoon.
What we've been taught about this character would say, Ken, that's like somebody else's food. What we've been taught about this character, Edward, completely goes against him being able to do that. Where's the restraint? I don't see that he's actually pained being near her or that he suffers or sacrifices in any part or any stretch of the imagination to be around her. I don't feel the discomfort other than the lack of chemistry between the two actors. It's just angsty, trashy, hipster bullshit.
Not worth watching. I thumbs down on this one for
absolutely
sure.
Thumbs down.
Maybe C, maybe rating.
F. I give it an F. But maybe New Moon will be better. We'll see.
Hopefully. We'll check that one out in our next one. Yeah. Right. One of the crazy things about this is Kristen Stewart has won 10 awards for the Twilight Saga series. And they're
what
from
awards?
People's Choice, Scream Awards, Nickelodeon Teen and Kid Choice Awards,
None
BAFTA
of which...
Awards, and MTV Movie Awards.
Okay, and all of these awards, mind you, are voted upon by the viewers, hence the Viewers' Choice Awards, are based on popularity. Well, we all know that every female, well, not every female, I don't want to pigeonhole anybody, but every person, pretty much, roughly, demographic is just humongous. You can tell just by this, again, stupid news covering stupid shit, like the opening of Twilight, and all these people. Of course she's going to win those awards.
Best nominations she got were 2 Raspberry Awards for the Worst On-Screen Couple for her pairings with Robert Pattinson and Taylor Lautner. Meaning she's a bad actress, it should just be somebody else in there, and it would have turned out way better.
I can't relate to Kirsten Stewart. I can't even find myself sympathizing or liking her. But I didn't mind Robert Pattinson. But it was just such bad material, and everything
Robert
else was such...
Pattinson, I think, is a fine actor by himself.
Oh, yeah.
Kristen Stewart is the problem.
Despite his little part in Harry Potter Goblet of Fire, I thought, like, oh my gosh, this guy's gonna... I'm gonna see him again. Mm-hmm. And then they put him with her, and it's just like, that. It's dripping with disdain. I just hate her for no other reason than I just fucking hate her.
Alright, so there you have it, our review on Twilight the movie.
Thanks for watching.
PG-13, check it out if you dare.
Don't pay for this. Netflix has a very good program. Check out Hollywood Video before it goes out of business.
We'll see you next time when we'll be reviewing Twilight's sequel,
New Moon, which is not the back. Thanks, guys.